Hey guys, Blaze Gamer here, back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about Falcon and the Winter Soldier episode 3, titled Power Broker. It's going to be given a spoiler review and my overall thoughts on the episode. So yeah, let's jump straight into it. So the first scene, we see John Walker's character, Wyatt Russell's character, Captain America, going to find out more information on Carly. I forget her last name, but the main villain, Carly, and they travel all the way to Germany to try and get some intel, and they find nothing. They get no answers. John Walker is not respected as Captain America, and in this episode we also see the return of Baron Zemo. I don't think he's not made an appearance in a Marvel film since 2016 in Civil War, so it's cool to see him back again, and I liked the way they included his character. It was a bit unexpected. Bucky and Sam, they travel all the way to the prison that Zemo is being held, just to try and get some information to see if he knows anything about the super soldier serum. But then Bucky, he sort of realises how valuable he is and how much information he knows, and Bucky breaks Zemo out of prison, which I didn't expect. So again, in the trailers it kind of looks like Zemo is going to be one of the villains, but in this episode he's actually a good guy. He's actually an ally to Bucky and Sam, so that was really cool. Again, really unexpected, the direction that they went in with that character, but I really enjoyed it. In this episode we also see the return of Peggy Carter. Again, I don't think we've seen her, I want to say, since Civil War, so it's been a while. But I really enjoyed the way they introduced her. Again, Bucky and Sam in this episode, they also travel to Madripoor. They're also looking for answers about the super soldier serum, how many soldiers are out there, if the serum's still available. So they try and look for loads of different sort of like mob bosses, and they come across, I forget the name already, but this old lady sort of gives her, Shelby I believe her name was, this old lady gives them more information about who to speak to next. So this episode is basically Bucky and Sam looking for answers. There's a lot of I guess as I said in here, a lot of setup. There's more depth given to Carly's character, which I thought was good. We find out that her mom is actually dying, and yeah, I thought that was a pretty good one. I've not been the biggest fan so far on her villain. I don't know if she is. I get if the Flag Smashers are a villain, or if she's the main, the main villain, the main leader in the group. She seems to be so far, but I've just not been a massive fan. I just don't know. Her character to me hasn't really drawn me. I haven't really. I don't know. She hasn't really gotten too much depth or too much real motivation. I mean, we kind of do learn more about her motivation in this episode. She wants younger kids, and she wants younger kids to take the serum so then they can feel more protected, which I thought was interesting. Well, the villain has been a little bit bland so far, but yeah, hopefully she's given just not necessarily more screen time, but a bit more, as I said, a bit more juice, a bit more just a bit more relatability. Well, in the sense of, the motivation just needs to be, for me, a bit more structured. But yeah, I look forward to see more screen time, see if they do anything more interesting with the character of Carly. But just moving on to some of the highlights and some of the standouts to me, the action. As always so far, the action's been top notch. It's been very, very good. And it's the same goes in this episode. The fight scene, not the first fight scene, but one of the top fights we see is Bucky and Sam and Zemo are all in this bar, as I say, looking for this character called Shelby, and then to prove, well, I mean, I guess to show that they have a Winter Soldier, and Bucky, you know, he's a real deal. He's fully mind control. Bucky sleeps about 5 to 10 of these goons in the bar, and it was pretty sweet, well choreographed. Yeah, a very good scene. There's also a scene with Sharon Carter, sort of in like, basically, again, I'm sorry guys, but I've forgotten the guy's name already, but looking for this guy who's been making the super soldier serum, who used to work for Hydra, and he was blipped. He didn't survive the blip, he was gone for 5 years, but they're tracking down this guy, and whilst they are whilst they are speaking to this guy and sort of interrogating him, Peggy Carter is outside defending them and beating all these guys, and it was really cool because I know it sounds a bit silly, but one of the scenes, you see it in the trailer where she's taking on these guys with the pole, and it kind of reminded me a bit of Daredevil in season 1, and I thought that was pretty cool. They're a lot different, but the kind of style, the fighting style kind of reminded me of Daredevil's just a little bit, which I thought was quite cool. But as I say guys, really good episode, really strong action, not as much comedy between Sam and Bucky as there was previous episode, but still there's some moments that'll make you chuckle. Again, as I say, what they did with Zemo, I think we'll have a lot of people surprised. I really enjoyed it though. I thought it was again a good way to keep you guessing, like, you know, like, kind of it kind of keeps you on your toes for future Marvel thing where you think you know someone, like, oh no, he's going to be the villain, it could be this, and I guess it just shows, as with fan theories too, don't be too sure of your fan theory or prediction, because Marvel recently have been throwing a lot of curveballs which have been really cool. And as I say, this episode, very epic, very good action. We actually do travel to a lot of different places. We go to Latvia, as I say, Germany, Lithuania, I think that's how you say it. Obviously we can also go to Madripoor, so this episode is definitely more of an adventure episode, which was really cool. We also do see, as I say, US agent at the beginning. We also see him towards the end. Him and Black Bucky have suspicions that Sam and White Bucky, no I'm just kidding, Sam and Bucky have I think they broke Zemo out of prison. So it kind of just ends on well, not doesn't end there, but one of the ending scenes is being that, oh well, they probably would have broke Zemo out. But getting to the big scene, which I thought was really cool, the big ending scene with Bucky, is they travel again. I want to say it's in Latvia. They travel to Latvia to again find another mob boss, to find another big boss, to find more information about the Super Soldier Serum. So again, there's a bit more exposition, again a bit more setup in this episode, as I've said previously. I think again the finale is looking like, I know we're 3 episodes away, but the last 3 episodes look like they're going to be very action packed, very maybe very emotional. Maybe there's going to be some emotional scenes in there, maybe. But as I say, the setup so far, the first 3 episodes really have set up for an ultra epic second half of the season. But just as I say, getting back to the very last scene of Bucky in Lithuania, as I say, he notices, well, at first these are these metal balls on the ground which are making a sound, so he starts like picking up, like following like a trail kind of into this alleyway, and then in this alleyway, honestly I had no idea what was going to happen. I had no idea which character was going to appear. In my mind I've just been thinking X-Men. I thought maybe one of the X-Men would show up. Just maybe, I don't know, I can't remember. There was a leak and it was like a flag. I think it could have been Madripoor, but I think maybe Madripoor was home of one of the X-Men, or it's an X-Men. It's an X-Men place in the comics, or has some sort of relevancy to the X-Men. So in the back of my head I was thinking maybe Bucky would be meeting up with Wolverine or someone like that, but he is actually meeting up with someone from Wakanda whose name I don't know, but I think she's also from Civil War. I want to say she's that bald woman from Civil War who attempts to fight with Black Widow, and then T'Challa's like, no, not today. But yeah, I thought that was cool that they're incorporating all the MCU. Again, when they're in Madripoor, we do see a bunch of Skrull skulls, which again is a nice nod to Captain Marvel. And as I say, Wakanda being mentioned and having a Wakandan character show up. So again, I'd say the MCU is a universe, and again the references the show makes to the other MCU films, or to the bigger world that's out there, I just think is a very cool and a very good way of just keeping everything together. All these shows matter. I know Kevin said he doesn't want anything too meaningful to happen in the shows, just in case there's people who only watch the films and don't follow the shows. But I mean, I disagree with that. I think you've got to have stakes, and in WandaVision, whereas it didn't have too big of an emotional impact on me, I was still satisfied, but it didn't really blow me away as much. This show, because the characters are very human and a bit more relatable, and Sam and Bucky have given a bit more depth, I do think the finale, if they go that route, if they go the route of a happy ending, if not, if it's a bit more destructive, then I think the finale will definitely have more emotional weight than say WandaVision. But guys, I won't run on too much longer. I hope you enjoyed the video. Yeah, as I say, this was another great episode. Yeah, just a great, great turns, great surprises. So yeah, I hope you guys, I hope you guys really enjoyed the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video that I posted yesterday. It was the top 10 UFC fights that need to happen in 2021. I really enjoyed making that. We go through some pretty epic fights. If you guys haven't checked that video out, I'll leave a link down below. I also did a Godzilla vs Kong spoiler review, where I go in depth. I talk, some of the highlights, some of the standouts of the film. So if you guys haven't watched that, I'll also leave it in the link down below. But yeah, guys, please like, subscribe, and look out for you'll either see a Fortnite kill montage, or maybe another Marvel themed video. So stay tuned for Saturday and Sunday. The train doesn't stop, guys. I'm gonna keep going, keep uploading every day. As I say, guys, peace.